Rita Pittsfield had been a gifted child. She began to speak when she was 8 months old, and not just Dada and Mama and Wawa. Her first words were, "What a world." Uttered as she sat on her father's lap as he and her mother listened to an Edward R. Murrow broadcast about Buchenwald. By the time she was 5, she was reading the Encyclopedia Britannica, and her parents enrolled her in first grade, bypassing kindergarten because they knew she would grow far too frustrated by teachers' commands to stay within the lines while coloring pictures of cats and dogs. But Rita showed no inclination toward art. Her specialty was history. And in 8th grade, she wrote a theme paper on the importance of the Battle of Mukden. Sandra Lockport was the artist, and with a vibrant imagination. When the other kids her age used sticks to make circles and squares in the dust, she drew an exact replica of the B-17 her father had flown in the war. At her elementary school, St. Procopius, each Friday afternoon was devoted to art, whether it was crafting mosaics, painting in watercolor, or drawing familiar local icons like town hall or corn silos or barns. One afternoon, the assignment was to draw a scene depicting a biblical event. Half an hour later, she turned in her drawing to the nun, whose eyes opened wide, not in admiration but in alarm, because the drawing crossed the line of pornography by a mile or so. Sandra had to explain why Eve's breasts were so huge. That's the way the women look in my mom's photoplay. And why Adam's penis was so thick and elongated. I overheard my brother and some of his friends talking in the barn about how a real man is built. The nun warned Sandra not to read magazines intended for adults, and when the time came for her to make her first confession, she must remember to seek forgiveness for her drawing. Rita and Sandra had grown up on adjoining farms in Fairbury, 90 miles southwest of Chicago in the heart of Tornado Alley. They played together as kids every afternoon, discovering an intellectual bond they didn't share with anyone else. They were inseparable in high school and after that at the University of Illinois in Urbana-Champaign, more prestigious than Illinois State University in nearby Normal. They were the only two in their high school graduating class who attended college. Their classmates jeered. "What good will college do you? Stay and work on the farm and get married. If you want some other job, you could find regular work right here in Fairbury or Saunaman or Piper City or even Pontiac. College degrees are useless." The night before they left for the university, the Pittsfield and Lockport families threw a joint party for their daughters. 2 large hams, beef roast, corn from the Lockport farm, green beans, potatoes, and other vegetables from Mrs. Pittsfield's garden. Rita's father stood to make a toast to the girls. He raised his glass of champagne and wished them success, smiled, and offered them advice, acknowledging they probably didn't want to hear it, but he was offering it anyway. "Parents can't tell their children what to do," he said, "and you're adults now, so we can't tell you not to drink, not to go to parties, not to smoke, not to have sex. You'll do that if you want to, and we can't stop you. Just be careful. If you have sex, take precautions. You know what I mean. When you're at a party, get your own drinks, even when some boy says, 'Wait there, I'll get one for you.' Not every boy will have your best interests in mind and might spike your drink with something that can harm you. And when it comes to drinking, remember this. Most people your age drink to become happy, but it never works. They just get drunk and silly. If you're sad, alcohol will enhance your sadness. That's the effect alcohol has. So never believe that drinking beer or vodka or whiskey will make the blues go away. If you're happy to begin with, should you drink at all? Sure, in moderation, as your parents do." Rita's father raised his glass and continued. A glass or two of champagne, and I hope you can find better champagne than this crap we have to put up with. Everyone laughed. Is a celebration. You get high marks on your test, you win an award, it's worth celebrating. Not getting stone-faced drunk. Anyone can get drunk. Why go through college, or life for that matter, being like everyone else?